When did you first learn that Raquel now wants to be known as Rachel?
At least a month prior, maybe like 2 months. I'd known for quite a while.
She told you herself?
Oh, yeah.
Raquel Levy's back-to-birth name. Call me Rachel.
I knew about the Rachel thing. Wasn't my place to reveal that.
Yeah, it's not like it's headline news, or apparently it is.
Well, that is your name, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
that's
your name.
Your name. It wasn't like, yeah, groundbreaking.
I know when she was named Rachel, it was because there were other Rachels in her class. She always liked the name Raquel, and her mom had always wanted to change her name, and her mom's mom, grandma, whatever, wouldn't allow her to do so. So her mom allowed her to do that, and I think she maybe wanting to distance herself from, you know, what we had done, but I think just owning her name and being proud of it.
It's like taking her power back. What was the reasoning for it?
That we were weaponizing her legal name against her, and this was, yes, her way to take her power back and to become...
Reinventing yourself. It's coming out with the new, out with the old, in with the new. I'm a f***ing Ash with the Phoenix.
People weren't weaponizing her name. It was just all in good f***ing petty fun. I mean, you f***ed up. Like, you've literally conditioned us to call you Raquel for many year. That would be like me being like, everyone must call me Lauren now. Right. And then me being like, and you're calling me Lala, it's like weaponizing, that's not who I am anymore. It's like, no, these people have known you as that name for many years.
Raquel just rolls off the tongue easier, so Raquel she is.
I mean, I'm not saying either.
Can you guys tell me about some of the setbacks you had to deal with over the summer for the sandwich shop?
Everything just takes time. The health department is just, they're on their own time, calendar, everything. And it's just, and these are things that we kind of knew, but you can't really fully understand until like you're in it. And that they give you a list of things you got to fix, and then they come back, and then there's other things you got to fix, and it just becomes like splitting hairs.
From the second door that goes out to the new patio, they'll have to do like a little tiny ramp, so it's ADA compliant. Yeah. And there's apparently other violations in the building too.
Jesus. We really wanted to open by the end of this month, but there's just so much logistical red tape that the city keeps throwing at us. And like, I would ask, who do I have to blow at City Hall to grease the rails a little bit? But it's West Hollywood. They're all gay. When we were looking at locations, we were like, it would be so great to get a second generation space, because that would mean it's not us turning a retail space into a restaurant. When this location became available, not only did it have the cute little like outdoor seating patio that we wanted in a whatever place we could find, we were like, that would be so cute. So not only did it have that, but it was already an operating restaurant.
Yeah, fully equipped.
Fully equipped,
with, like,
fully
new
operating, fully
too.
approved everything, brand new stuff that had already been approved by, you know, health department.
Just a
things
year
like that.
prior.
So that's why we were like, great. It'll be such an easy thing, because they'll inspect it and they'll be like, oh, we already signed off on all this stuff. So maybe there's, a couple things, but it's all stuff that's already been signed off on by them. So then when they came in and they said something about the flooring, we're like, this is the restaurant approved flooring that you already said was okay, or there's a sink in the wrong place.
Oh yeah, trying to say that was new, that we put it in there. Like, we have not literally brought anything that's in the kitchen, we didn't touch. Like, it's been there. And these are things that like months have passed that we're just telling. So it's like,
when can you come back and look at it again? And it's like,
but again, like, are you gonna come back and tell us that, oh, now there's this? Like, every time we have a new inspection, we're just hoping that it's just gonna be signed off. But now there's something else. So if it was up to us, we would have been open. Like, none of these things are in our hands. It's like we're at the mercy of other people. All we're waiting for is health, and that's the main thing that we need.
Do you have an estimated opening date at this point?
We're waiting on them to come back again, because
once we have that, then we can actually, then there'll be, and if that could happen, we were hoping it was gonna happen like this week.
Because
So, like, do I have a text? No.
Here we sit.
Sandoval, you end up talking to James one-on-one at the bar in Tahoe.
I think that it was a good step in the right direction with James and I. I think it went well.
You don't think if you were smart enough, you could have ended things with Ariana and then actually made things work out with Raquel without things blowing up the way they did?
It's so easy for people to say that.
If you really wanted to, you walk out the door. It's not going well with Tom. Like, I'm trying to be mature and I'm trying to show ways on how I've grown up and how I can move on from things and move forward. He is just, you know, winding the f***ing fishing rod back in time.
I never, and nor did she, mean to like hurt anybody.
What happened with Raquel and I was not something I did to hurt anybody. It was something I just don't even know how the hell like happened.
You're saying, yeah, you're trying to make it a point, make it clear that it wasn't done out of spite.
No.
It wasn't done to hurt Ariana, you're saying?
No,
Yeah.
of course
I know this. I'm just,
yeah, no, like...
It wasn't done in spite of, or like a vengeful.
I know he looks up to me, and I appreciate that. He did.
That's tense.
And I know, like, I inspired him in a lot of ways back in the day.
We get somewhere in our conversation, and right when we're on the cliff together, he has to go and like just jump off. I mean, it just comes down to not being able to like man up and like leave the relationship. If that's really what you wanted, honestly, because he has to say the last word and say something.
I can't obviously take back what I've done, and I have to accept what I did and just basically embrace it and be like, yo, don't ever do that again, you idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But what? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It blows my mind. Then it makes me angry because I feel like he's diminishing my intelligence. Dude, like, I'm so much smarter than you. Like, you're so stupid, dude. Like,
And stronger.
Right.
And
right.
faster.
Faster, for sure. I could do more push-ups. Lots of stuff. I could do better than Sandoval, you know?
Scheana, you and Brock were having some conflicts around hiring a nanny.
Yeah, I knew how important it was to him. And we try to be a couple where we compromise. You know, he wants things one way, I want things another way. Let's meet in the middle. I knew he really wanted to bring outside help, to let my mom be the grandma and not the grandma and the nanny and this and that. And she wears a lot of hats. We wanted to try and figure out a way where it's maybe more on the weekends. Summer goes and spends time with her grandparents, and it's not an everyday thing, because as much as I love my mom and I think she has helped me to be the woman and now mom who I am, she does come with a lot of opinions. And it can do a number on my confidence at times where I'm like, oh, I am doing this wrong because my mom said it should have been this way. I should have done it that way, and now I'm doing it wrong, and then I question everything. And so Brock wanted my mom to step away a little so that I could regain that confidence on my own and not have my mom there saying she should eat this, she shouldn't, or she shouldn't, whatever it is. I don't understand what you're trying to fight with me over.
I'm trying to figure out why you feel that no one else can do the job as a nanny.
There is no reason.
There is a reason. It's because you're paranoid from your mum. You're paranoid that your mum doesn't make you good enough, and you go down that rabbit hole. So your mum double downs and reminds you that you're not good enough on the parent, and it makes you not want to have that belief in anybody else.
This doesn't make sense, and also it's like weird that we're arguing in a store. I think because I have been so fortunate and blessed to have my mom around full time to help whenever we need her since literally the day Summer was born, I became dependent on how my mom does things, and just knowing that if Brock and I have to go on a work trip, if we have an event at night, I know her bath is gonna be done the right way, her bedtime routine's not gonna be messed up, and I think also with my OCD, I just like things routine in that sense, and I like not having to worry when I know she is taken care of perfectly by my mom because I know how my mom does things. I didn't really know how to make that transition because I also do have trust issues, and then bringing someone new into my home was something I worried about, and I just think my OCD did a number on me this year. I've had OCD my whole life, but then throw in a baby on top of it, and postpartum OCD is just like a whole other level. And then the intrusive thoughts aren't just about myself or my husband or my family or things in life. It's now about my kid and something happening to her. It's not completely debilitating, but in my mind, sometimes it is.
I'm not just gonna leave her with anyone.
We're not just gonna leave her with anyone.
I know, but I'm saying this is a really big deal for me to bring in someone else to help. That's why I said let's start with Tori. Right. Because I feel comfortable with that, please.
By spending more time alone with Summer, I took her to Disneyland by myself and just doing all of these things through exposure therapy, I started to feel more confident in my decisions as a mom. And when I am alone with her, I'm like, no one can tell me I'm doing something wrong. Even if I am, it's like, you know what? I think this is the best decision, and I have to be confident in that.